grab your cup and buckle up. This is And Wine.
And
And
Wine.
Wine. This is going to be hilarious. All right, so we are sponsored today by, who is this?
Twisted
What is
Sisters.
it?
Not you, Nana.
First of all, the bottle is cute.
Let me see.
The bottle's cute. It's got bad bitches on the front.
Mm-mm.
It's
You
got
see the
bad
one
bitches
that's
on the
dropping
front.
right here?
That's what I'm saying.
Let me see.
It's got the cute little labels.
Oh,
I like the
it's
color.
hot.
It's giving
It's
femininity.
giving
Girl group.
Femininity words.
And a black owned and local.
black
Oh,
on local.
nice.
And that's the shit we love.
We love a good red wine blend.
We
okay?
do.
Because we live for Nashville. So welcome to And Wine.
Hello.
Yes, welcome to And Wine. And we're going to start every episode with a this or that. So this is our this or that segment. And we're just going to choose which one. This or that. You can't not choose something. You have to choose. And for today, I got my friend Abigail behind the camera helping me. What's the first one? What's the first this or that? Let's get into it.
Okay, so the first this or that is, would you rather have your partner tell you what they want as a gift or surprise them? But I guess maybe ask it in the sense of, would you rather tell your partner or them surprise you?
Surprise me.
Okay. For me, I'm surprised. Surprise me because I feel like sometimes I say I want something and I don't really want it. I'm just talking. I don't know if that makes sense, but have you ever done that? Like you think you want it and then you get it and you're like, well, maybe I didn't. And that's why I don't have it right now.
Yeah.
But sometimes your partner knows you a little bit better than you know yourself, and they can kind of observe you from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Like I've been noticing you need this, so I'd rather them surprise me.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with the surprises. I mean, life is too short. Surprise me.
Yeah.
You never know. Life is like a box of chocolates. That's what
Come
that
on.
man said.
Are y'all those people that don't like surprises?
I love surprises.
I hate bad surprises.
I
I don't like
can't
surprises
surprise.
because if I can't fake it. If I open this and
Oh,
it's like, why the
Oh,
fuck would
that's
you buy me
true.
this?
Oh, this
I
is
see.
Now I
gonna be
feel like the worst person ever.
right.
But I
I'm
also
being
never know what to
grateful.
ask for.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I
like,
mean?
well,
So
I didn't
I'm like,
ask for this,
oh,
so
yeah.
am I
Person get
bad
good for it.
because I don't?
I know
like
what
it?
I
didn't
want
even
when I
ask
need, like
for
my
it.
Christmas list. Tony was
Yeah.
like, what do you want for Christmas?
Because it's like,
I just threw several
why
items
would you
on the
get
list.
that if you know me?
Clear the fucking
Yeah.
list. You know what I mean? So that was
I think
different.
That's the thing,
But then the items he bought on top of that, the thoughtful things, the things that were just between, I was like, okay, you
That's
get it
why I
out the
like
park.
surprises.
You know what I mean? But I don't mind getting you started. Like, these are
Yeah.
things that I like.
Yeah.
These are fragrances or, you know, whatever options.
Here's a list.
And you can always
Pick
get
one.
a service.
So I
Surprise me.
have a
You can
friend
always
like
get a
that.
service.
She gives her
and not be
girlfriend a list of stuff that she wants, and then her girlfriend will pick from them. And I mean, the list be insane, but
That's
she,
just
she
like-
just picked a couple
Look.
things from
But
it.
it's like registering.
No,
like
really.
a
That's an
registry.
Amazon
Yeah.
storefront for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she
That's
likes,
true.
like, I
You know what I
think
mean?
A wish list.
some you get for your birthday, some you get for Christmas, whatever like that. But you kind of already know.
And it's still a surprise. I like that.
Yeah,
Put it
Okay.
on your wish
it's like a mix
list.
between the two.
Put it on your wish list. Everybody sees everybody's Amazon card. If they're looking for a gift, even the most extravagant thing, put it on your wish list.
I never think to check
Mine is
people's wish
crazy.
lists.
Put it, I mean, I haven't updated mine recently, but like,
I'm gonna put mine in the link in my bio.
look,
No, for real.
want it and get it. There's a creeper that wants to buy you something.
Well, thank you.
Damn.
What's the
There are
second
definitely
one?
creepers I don't know.
What's
if
the
they're
second
gonna buy
one,
me
Abby?
something.
Get that
Okay,
motherfucker a
so
link.
the next question is, would you rather argue all night to resolve the conflict or end the argument unresolved before bed?
Baby, I don't argue.
Ain't nobody finna argue with you.
Right, I feel that. I
Baby,
don't like
I'm gonna go to
arguing.
sleep. I'm gonna catch
Shit.
you these.
Yeah, I resonate with that more because I'm not the person that's gonna stay up and like I can't go to sleep until we resolve. No, I'm gonna sleep. We can talk about it later.
Alexa, play rain
Because
sounds.
most of the time I gotta sleep on it. I gotta think about it. I gotta pray on it. If it's a real big argument and I don't want to say anything in the moment that I'm gonna regret.
Mm-hmm.
So no, like foul to you or like.
Bruh, cause I'm like, well, your ass better be honest and you better be honest right the fuck now. We can go to bed.
It
We can go to
depends on
bed if
what
you
we're
run me
arguing
this
about.
fucking truth.
Hello.
We're never going to bed.
I need some
go
sort
to-
of
go to
resolve
sleep if you
before I
want
go
to.
to sleep. I
Go to
gotta have
sleep,
some
you're
sort
gonna
of
wake up
resolve. There'll be
so
something.
uncomfortable.
Some sort of
Like,
resolve,
Tell
but
me
not
something.
all the way resolved.
Yeah.
we have to
That's
arrive
that too.
somewhere.
Somewhere.
We have to
Yeah.
arrive
It
somewhere.
don't have to be.
We
We can talk
can't
about
be
this
in complete
later.
discord.
But we
Exactly.
can talk about it a
I
little
agree
bit
with
now
No,
too.
and honestly, let's be real. One conversation is never enough.
It's
No.
not.
It's gonna take
No.
It's
multiple.
a
But we
roller
have to get
coaster
to somewhere.
of emotions.
And wherever there's some dishonesty or the gray area, whatever the root cause is, we need to understand something
Yeah.
of a same page,
Tonight.
or we up.
A lot of times initially.
And right now, I'm the unemployed one,
I'm
so it sucks
numb.
for you.
See, that's my line of thinking. It's like, I got too many things to do today.
You better hurry quick.
I don't want to be grumpy tomorrow. I feel like I might even be in better spirits to discuss this with you. I might be more pleasant. My words might not cut as much.
And that's
So
me
let's
too.
just find a good let's put a pin in it here.
Mm.
I'm like, I'm gonna get some Z's.
I need it all day.
I lost a friend that
all
way.
night.
I lost a friend
Right.
that way.
Y'all not finna tear up my anxiety.
Hello.
Because she
They
didn't
do
wanna
the
say
same
no.
thing.
I'm gonna be.
I was
eating
like,
tongues.
let's wait until I calm down
Mm.
and this is not an argument and like a real discussion. And she was like, no, you don't prioritize this relationship or this friendship, so I'm done. And I really
This
just
is
want
how someone said to you.
this is
Someone
how
said this to you?
this is how a friendship, like a lot of years, like I don't want to say specifically how I met this girl, but like I want to say at least 10 years
Wow.
ended because I wanted to talk about it Sunday and she wanted to talk about it right then. And it was like 2 days later. And it was just like different people have different ways of, you know, dealing with stuff, but she was
That's
over
true.
it.
And it boils down to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things that maybe you need a minute. If you can express yourself
I
clearly,
didn't feel like
that you
arguing.
need a minute. It's like, okay,
wanna
I
have a
can step back.
discussion, not argue.
Yeah.
but we need to at least.
You can
Clear
tell
up
like she was ready to
something.
argue.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, no,
like some
you're not
people
doing that.
have really
Yeah.
heightened emotions, and
Yeah.
so like I don't want to address it right now. I feel like let's give it a breather because I feel like if I can, like you said, if I can tell that you have an attitude,
You ready.
or that you're ready,
You got your
You're
not
arsenal.
gonna
Like, I
get
got my
much out of
receipt.
me.
Like, let's go.
like
I feel like though, in the moment where you feel offended, you better speak up.
And I did.
You know what I mean? And
Yes.
that's my thing.
Communication,
Because when you
that's
double
literally
back
what it
on
is.
it, and it's like that 4 hours ago.
Right. Why you didn't say something? when
You
it
been
happened?
kissing on me and being nice to me, like the
Oh, yeah, no,
so
not
you was
that.
mad or you not? You know what I mean? Like if it was
Yeah,
an
no.
issue, if you are
You
offended,
need to
if there was a
communicate.
problem, stop me in the moment.
Advocate
Let's
for
address
yourself.
it. And it's like if somebody gets heated, then yeah, we can walk away and come back to it.
absolutely.
But if this is turning into a thing and it's rolling into an all night of an argument, like a legit like a situation, we ain't going to bed.
I can't even imagine
We
nothing
ain't
that
gonna
would
do
like keep us up like that.
You know what I mean? And we've had some beef. But if you are prepared to go to work in the morning, then you should want to resolve this. You know what I mean? Like, ask yourself, why is it taking all night? If we're both trying to resolve this, it don't have to take all night.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Where is the real disconnect?
So that's what I really appreciate about my partner is that when he calls me out in the moment, it's like, I want to fix this now because I'm not going to wait all night. I'm not going to carry this through the day. I'm not going to let this fester or become a thing. I didn't like X, Y, and Z, or I felt a way about this. Okay, cool. Addressed.
Sometimes
Yeah, no,
you could do that.
absolutely.
You can
You
do
know
that
what I mean?
sometimes.
But when things
Yeah.
are big like this, you know, and it's like, this is becoming a situation, then it's okay to step away.
Yeah, you can't do that all the time.
You
Yeah.
can step
Yeah.
away. But I'm like, I need more.
Abigail,
Yes.
last one. Yeah, that one got really good. I like that one.
Okay, the last one is: Would you rather be with Would you rather your partner be rich and cocky or broke and a sweetheart?
Run me the dollars.
Rich
I
and
need the
cocky.
money in the bag right
I've had all the
motherfucking
broken
now.
hearts my
Yeah.
life
I don't
could
have
ever
time.
need.
Because if you broke, does that make me the breadwinner? And does that when
Then
you
you're
say
gonna
you
resent
broke,
me,
how
and then
broke
you're
are
mean.
you?
Now you want to be a
And
sweetheart
then-
because I can
hello?
afford
And
you.
then you're
And
mean.
then I'm gonna be mad when you do something and I'm gonna be like with your broke ass, and I don't even want to do that to
I don't
you.
even want to talk to you that
'Cause
way.
I'm
I don't want to do
With
that.
your
to
Shooters
you.
gonna shoot.
Hello?
Shooters gonna shoot. If I got that one on my hip,
I'm
it's
gonna
coming.
use it.
Yeah.
It's fucking coming.
I can deal with
Not my
cocky.
bag,
Ooh.
baby. No way.
Yeah.
So
And you
broke
bet-
men should be dating.
You said
That's a
I'm
fact.
broke.
That's a fact. Broke men
Broke men
shouldn't be
shouldn't
dating.
date
No, they
because
shouldn't.
Because it
how
costs
are
the
you
day.
Get your
dating?
priorities
It costs.
together. Like,
Get your priorities
seriously.
together. Because why are you okay being broke?
They do.
Why are
They
you
need some
okay?
And then,
Why-
you got friends? You
Wait,
need friends. You ain't got no friends? Because that's what you ain't got no
You
friends.
can have sex, but you don't need to be dating.
But you don't need to be dating.
I don't know
There's
that
a
I want to
level.
screw on broke dick.
You can.
Broke
Well,
men be
some of
good.
them
Some girls-
It
hello.
can be good.
They ain't got shit but
They ain't
time.
got shit.
But that's a
They're
real
trying
risk.
to
Y'all
tell
just
you
understand
that
it's
show you
not
that.
going
That's a real
nowhere.
risk that you take.
All they
We're
got.
not going
broke
on dates.
niggas got good
Got
dick 'cause
good
that's all they
Yeah,
got. That's
that
all they
is
got.
time.
They trying to get in
You know
there.
what I mean? Rich niggas be lazy because it's like,
As
oh,
fuck.
I can afford it.
Yeah. And
you like,
sometimes
oh,
they have small dicks.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
a place.
I don't know where that came from. I do.
I mean, and then don't be broke and with a small dick too. Because
Ooh,
now,
how
what
embarrassing.
are you doing?
Where's your ambition?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are
Because like
Oh
you
my
should be upset
God.
with yourself, right?
Yeah.
You ain't got no
Already
You are
money.
unmotivated, sir.
So
That's
if anything
motivation
else, you
enough,
should have a
right?
bag.
That should
If
be motivated.
anything
That,
else-
that shouldn't be about me.
I feel that.
Don't bring that bullshit to me. No
Yeah.
way. Ain't no fucking way. And it's not, I think people get hung up, right? You say you want somebody that's rich, right?
Mhm.
Why do I want to struggle? Why is there such a
Why
stigma?
y'all think we got a struggle?
I won't be po no
I
more.
won't be po no more.
I won't be po
I
no
won't
more.
be broke
I
no
can do
more.
that
rich
You know what I
energy.
mean? Been po, did that. Like
I can do battle by myself.
all by my damn self. So
No.
I want a partner on every level to elevate me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And not that I want to be
Show
a
me
burden.
how to get some money.
You know what I mean? Not that I want to be a burden, but
I don't
my
wanna be
divine
showing you how to get some money.
femininity
Mhm.
is a helpmate. It wasn't no,
Amen.
come on.
Hello,
preach.
say it again.
You know, I'm just like,
Yes.
when you really own your place, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
It's kind of nice.
I ain't mad at it.
Well, that was a good
So, yeah,
this
you
or
gotta be
that,
rich.
y'all.
That was a good this or that.
I like
That
this.
was a good this or that.
And we'll do that every episode. We'll always have our this or that segment, but let's get into the topic, Mrs. Maya. Mary. I'm gonna keep doing
I was
that.
trying to see if Maya was just gonna go with it. She said, nope.
Maya,
she was looking at you.
Mary.
And it's
Abby,
funny because we're friends. We have so many
Angie.
names. It's just too many names.
We have
And
some
this
little
is
racing
not.
names. So many
Please
names.
note that bottle of wine is unopened,
Okay.
so you don't know.
But we took shots before this, so
You know,
Well,
you're
now
snitching,
you know.
now you're snitching.
Now you know.
Now you snitching.
The more you know.
I had to save myself. It was okay.
Talking about why they messing up. It's their first episode. They don't know each other.
They don't
We're drunk.
Threw in my lifeline. Save
It's a
myself.
little bit.
It's called and wine for a reason.
This is some
Okay.
good wine too.
Alright, it is fire.
So today we're talking about interracial relationships and wine.
Mm.
And relationships of all kinds.
Yes, let's get into it.
That is actually the
Not
the
just the white girl, black boy that we see a lot. you
yeah,
know?
the classic.
The
when you say
classic.
interracial dating, right?
You
Everyone
always think
assumes
black and white.
it's a black dude and a white girl,
Yeah.
and I think there's a lot of energy.
You don't think they
For
think the
that?
other way around?
Mm.
You don't think
My
they
mind
think, like,
automatically goes
Black-
to
white guys and
right?
black
Well,
girls?
they over there agreeing.
Yeah.
I go to like
Football players.
yeah, and a white
And the
girl.
white girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially
Basketball
especially
players.
with
Athletes in
status,
general.
right?
And a
You
white
get where I was
girl.
going.
It's always usually with
actors
status
Yeah.
and a white
that
woman.
leave their community
And
for
go.
a white woman, and I think
Or you
the
think of the
stigma-
passport bros.
The who?
Y'all
Girl.
never heard of passport bros?
Girl. You ain't heard
I
of
want to be a
passport?
passport.
They go
bro.
No, you
out of the
don't.
country.
You don't wanna
No,
be
you
a
don't.
passport
No, you don't.
The
No,
black
you
men that go out the country to get on the
Yes.
yeah.
Wait, what happened?
They have a little
That's
too much self-hate.
predatory.
It makes me sad.
What is it?
It's like sex traveling.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sex
so
traveling.
it's black American men,
Okay.
and
Going
they
to
leave
other
here and they go to
countries.
other countries to fuck on bitches, right?
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
know
but like
other
they make
nationalities.
bitches.
So
They-
Yes,
oh,
because
okay.
they believe
They have
under the belief
intercourse
that they're
with
more
other
submissive.
women.
Yeah.
And
They're easier.
yeah.
And then they
They're
talk
more-
about their experiences.
They're more fun.
And
They'll
it's always
record,
disparaging
like-
to black women.
And they like black men.
But their tone is disparaging to black women.
They're always it's always like, yeah, I'm over
This
here in this
one,
country
this-
with this woman. I like her
because
and
Black
African American
American
women,
women.
Black American women suck.
that's
they're
my
terrible
issue
women.
with
So I'm going to
interracial
recant my
dating.
statement. I do not want to be a passport bro.
Thank you.
That wasn't my point.
That's my
I
thing.
didn't
One of
know
them just got
understand.
kicked out of Brazil or some shit. Like they like do not come back.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that?
No.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
it was
scrolled
like-
past it on Twitter.
There was a whole thing. Like
I don't understand
several people.
foreign women who allow that energy. Like when people bring up interracial dating, especially black men and other women, you hear it, right? Like all of you other countries and nationalities, y'all hear the fact that like they're trashing us to go shop with you,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
you're
I love
still
it.
like, yeah, come on over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't think you look the fool?
No, they don't.
No, they don't, and that's the problem.
But I'm like,
And that's never how
I
us
would never
as women
want
think.
to be
That's never
like
how we think.
a Thai woman or an Indonesian woman or a Bali woman, like, and they'd be like, oh, I got my black man because I'm less
Yes.
than.
But in the way that they're conditioned and brought up, it's not seen that way.
They think
We
they're
see-
better.
Yeah.
Because
They're
our men
submissive.
are leaving us.
They're
to
winning.
go.
Exactly.
They're
And they're
winning.
like,
But
oh,
in
yeah,
that regard, most black women, and that's not.
Like what's her
That's
face?
not a negative statement,
Joe Budden's
right?
baby mama. Where
Who
she
was that?
she faced
Oh.
all
Then
that
Santana.
she faced all that scrutiny or backlash because she had made some kind of comment about how black men prefer
I
Latin
remember
women or
this.
whatever.
Yeah, they do.
And now look at her though.
But I mean, look,
Well.
that is a cultural thing,
Danny
right?
Lee.
So all of
Danny
these,
Lee.
Danny Lee, hello.
No, she's
all
not.
of these other
Now
races.
that's
people-
somebody had to walk it back bad.
Help.
That's somebody had to walk. And
What she do?
Danny Lee and the
Oh,
baby.
you don't remember the
Yeah,
whole?
but
I remember the baby, but
Well,
I'm saying, what are you saying? She
she
had to walk it back.
because
Like
she
her,
did
her tweets didn't age well. Like,
Yellow
Oh,
Bone,
okay.
yeah.
the Yellow Bone
Yellow
song.
bone. He like a yellow bone, whatever. I don't
When
know.
she was battling with the
Yeah.
first baby mama,
And
who
it's
was
looking
dark
at you
skinned.
like,
What
Baby.
is she?
She's
I was about to say that. I don't
Dominican.
know how exotic. Okay,
Dominican.
she's from Dominican.
Now, okay, it's layered, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's so great that y'all go shop other cultures and you think
Come
of them
on,
as less than.
Shop other
Because you
cultures.
shopping. You
Yeah.
shopping straight up. I went out of town and I shopped.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got bitches, I got shoes.
Yeah.
We all went
It's
shopping.
surface.
You got bitches, I got
shoes.
I'm
You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
right. You're
no,
right. Though it's
because
surface
that's the
level.
same
It's about
conquest.
looks. It's
Yeah.
aesthetics.
It's aesthetic. Like, I went in to buy into my aesthetic. You went in to buy into your aesthetic.
Long hair.
Yours happens to be a different kind of
slim
woman.
waist.
Mhm.
I am
Fair
dating a
skin.
white guy,
Mhm.
but it is happenstance. And if I'm being honest, I have felt generally not rejected or like disrespected grandly like by black men. It's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was asking for, they could not
They didn't
provide.
show up and provide.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't that I went, knocking on another culture like, where the white men at?
Mm-hmm.
It
Like
wasn't
they do.
like that at all.
They
Like
literally
they do.
say stuff
Like
like
they-
that.
You know what I
we
mean?
say that.
That's the
that.
difference. I think
Yeah.
when like women date outside
Oh,
of
it's
the
a
culture,
clear
you're
difference.
genuinely
It's
looking
such a
for
clear
love
difference.
or
Yeah.
looking for, a certain aspect to your lifestyle or whatever. Men seem to date interracially for an aesthetic or
Yes.
for an ego.
Mm-hmm.
And that I find disrespectful to that culture
Right.
just as much as it is to me.
yours.
And people don't talk about that. So
You know what I mean? But I'm like, you love your mama. You know what I
They
mean?
never
But
get
she
the
not-
correlation.
But they
You know what I mean?
never.
They never see it.
And like, what you mean?
But
What
it's
you
because
mean?
a lot of
you love
times
your
they
mama.
see their mom as this strong black woman who did it all, and they think that's how other black women are supposed to be.
And I'm just like, y'all don't understand that that's a trauma response.
Mm.
I don't want to be
We don't
strong and
wanna do it
independent.
all.
I'm a
Hello.
damsel.
I am a
You got
damsel.
people-
I am distressed.
I'm
bitch.
distraught.
Like,
But
Hey,
this world won't
help
let me.
me.
This world won't even let me be distressed. That's how freaking
You know-
distressed we are.
The
We
world
can't even
won't let
be
me
even
soft
be
or
this
like,
we don't get
yes.
permission, so it's like, in turn, we get punished
Yeah.
for not being damsels in distress. We don't have the opportunity. But I don't know a
Luxury.
black woman in this world that would not soften
Mm-hmm.
under good masculinity. I don't recognize myself.
Oh, it fold under
Baby,
picture.
who
I
is
don't
she?
know myself.
Who is she in my mirror?
Like this lady, this young lady, is 8 3/4.
Yeah.
Cause sis is showing out. Like, but under good masculinity, under divine though, a man that wants to cultivate.
Yes.
That's what you were made to do. You've been given a task, Adam. Do your job, Adam.
Because why was she over there in the first place? Why
Where,
was Eve over
where
there?
your hoes
Why you
at,
over there?
Adam?
Covering her, Adam.
Where's your hoes at, Adam?
Because why was she there in the first place?
Look,
I'm
and
just
that's
saying.
not keep your bitch on a tight leash.
No,
But
no.
that's
Where
take
she
care
at?
of your
Taking care
girl.
of your
Right.
girl.
Because bitches is
Watching
busy.
over.
You know we be busy and nosy.
Yeah.
But under good masculinity, you would be a very soft woman.
Yes.
And that's what you've been made to be. And that love, that genuine love, it's disappointing that black men won't love you that way.
Mm-hmm.
They love you with the expectation of a struggle. They love you with the expectation of trauma, or that I've always got an attitude and you just gave me this attitude.
You just
So you just said
Like-
something so important. And I want to ask both of you guys, because both of them are in interrelational relationships. So let me ask y'all, is this your first interracial relationship?
Mine, yeah.
And do you feel like you got here maybe because, like you said, happenstance, but like maybe because other things weren't working out? Was this kind of like, I'm going to try this and see how it goes, and then maybe there was more? How did your story kind of start? Were you open to it? Were you kind of like, I don't know about this?
So you had already been there? You been to the park?
So,
The park.
No, okay.
yeah.
There's a park.
there's a park. We didn't know
yeah,
that.
I went
You know
over
the
there.
lacrosse field? That's where they keep it at. No.
That's where they came from? Oh my god.
Okay.
I went
You
over
go
there
to
a couple
Quantico at the
times.
farm? The white boys go to the
So this is your first rodeo.
Yeah, no, this isn't my first one. So I
I
did.
do know.
Huh?
Nothing.
No. So I mean, I did have one situation with one where he tried to propose, which I realized was also, interestingly enough, a race thing because we weren't even officially together. We were dating,
Yeah.
right? Like that was a thing. Which I don't know if y'all realize this, but we weren't really taught that
Mm-hmm.
Today.
today.
Courting.
And if you think about it, black men don't really date for real.
They talk.
Right. I think it's also a southern thing.
It could also be a southern
Because if you
thing.
think about it,
Really?
I think about it in TV shows. Like whenever they're set up north in like fast-paced cities,
That's your
dating
girl.
is like that, and they use
Oh,
the
yeah.
term boyfriend. Like that's my boyfriend, but
That's
you might have
true.
dated him for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
it's
But
like
down here, if you date somebody,
it's like a
It's
that was my
serious.
boyfriend.
It's a
It's
thing.
serious.
It's a
Yeah.
thing. It's not because we have kind of like this idea that women, especially if you're dating multiple people, then you're a hoe. But up north, I feel like that's it's a different
Society
mindset.
Hello.
Yeah.
But
So go ahead.
so with that, so we were dating, and like you met some people that I guess you should meet or whatever the case may be. And that was November, and then, not this past November, but I think that January or February, I already met with my granny to buy a ring and was gonna propose in April.
See?
I know who
Now, I will
Yeah,
give you
you do.
this. Culturally, they do move fast.
They
Yeah.
do.
But I think that's, if you're being honest, a historical thing. We're
Mhm.
not dating to fuck around. This is how you build wealth.
Not
This is
right.
how you build
With you.
legacies. You get the right wife, you buckle in,
Yeah.
and you grow this
Absolutely.
Someone who can cook.
shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Look pretty.
You
be
look for your
quiet.
helpmate.
Oh
who's
yeah,
gonna-
she
the
right
senator
there.
wants to go
Oh,
all
they
the way.
see
I need
nothing
a girl
else.
on my arm. Like
Yeah.
they don't. If they find it, if they see the characteristics, if they see the potential in you,
Yeah.
they'll pour in.
It's like,
And it's like us being black women and being of that same Southern mentality. Like, oh no, we just date. We just date.
Just
No,
trying to see.
I'm trying to find a wife.
hello. So what you trying to do?
You know what I mean? So it's like, people have asked me several times, what's it like to date a white guy? I've never met a man this serious. That's the only difference I can give you.
I feel that.
Niggas like to play.
You don't
Feel
fuck
that.
around.
And I don't
feel that.
understand, I don't really understand, and this
That's
is not a
so
cocky
true.
statement, but I don't understand how you meet me, engage at any level with me, and realize there's an opportunity to lock this down, and you think you shouldn't call me tomorrow.
Where's the collection?
Boy, you's a
Hello?
motherfucking
Can
fool.
we get it?
Like, and I'm talking,
I feel
from
that.
the day I met
Kind
Tony,
of
he ain't let up off that gas.
And you said that.
He has
You
not
did
let
say
up
that.
off
She
that
sure
gas.
did.
Like, and even when we're at odds, it's never that we're having a fight. I don't know where we're going from here.
Yeah.
We are fixing things
Things.
from both of our pasts so that we can move forward on even better foundation. I got some lessons learned. You got some lessons learned.
My man.
That's
my
the
man,
best
my
concrete I
man.
can see. Like,
I love
I
it.
have not seen a man
effort.
show up that serious. So
I feel
The
that.
effort.
that's tricky. So it is my first white man, and that's actually was one of our first, not issues, but very honest moment where he was like, you know, it concerns me that I'm the first white guy you've dated, that you won't just get tired, you know, of this experiment or something, and be like, you know, I'm going back to black.
But
dudes.
it's more than that for you.
And
Yeah,
I'm,
it's not
it's
an
not that at all
experiment
to
to
you.
It's not that, 'cause
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it's like, how do you convince somebody of that when in fact you've never been here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Because
don't.
you don't really know
I don't.
until one day you may
You know what I mean?
wake up or not.
I may get tired of the looks or something, you know, and I haven't run into much of that, but it's in the tone. You know what I mean? Like we were at a soccer, you know, mom situation, whatever. So all the moms are on one end, the dads are on another. So this waitress is trying to assign the family. His kids are already biracial, right? So I'm like, these two are mine, and he's mine on the end of the hat. And this woman is like, the fuck? And I was like, these motherfucking two is mine, and his ass in the hat. You got the bitch gonna swipe. What does it matter?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because your only issue is like, why is that black girl dating this white man? Like, your assumption is that he's so affluent. Like, why would he date down?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's
That's the
interesting?
disrespect I don't get.
I
Yeah.
honestly think that's American culture though, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, because I mean, mine is Canadian, so it's like when we go up there, it's like every couple looks like we do.
See?
Like
Mm.
everyone is interracial. Like I think
See?
Really?
one,
Yeah.
That's a Canadian thing?
Canada,
they're
eh?
all.
Or is it just not American thing?
It's definitely.
No, I
USA
mean
thing.
America and race already, right?
Yeah.
And when I go up there, I
People
don't even
don't-
want to
yeah, they
speak
don't
on
even
race
have
because they
that.
look at me like I'm crazy.
Really?
Because
Because it is.
it's not that big of a thing up there. Like,
Yeah.
don't
It
say that they
is.
don't have racism, right? Because they have it.
Right.
Most of theirs are against like the Native
Indigenous
Americans, so
people.
they're
Yeah.
Aboriginals. But like,
We really made this shit up.
it's an American thing that is
Yeah.
now bled out into
They play that
everywhere.
on Canada Airlines, though. We would like to recognize that we are on indigenous land.
They sure
and
do.
this-
They're saying that, oh, Canada.
They stand
on
on that
native
shit.
land.
We know
Yeah.
we stole this.
Yeah.
They
We know
say
we
it.
killed a lot of y'all.
We are
Very
sorry.
sorry.
It is on native land. It literally says that in that old
America
Canada
could
song.
never.
America would
On
never.
native land. Yeah.
So that's
Never.
interesting though, because in a melting pot, a true melting pot like Canada, because Canada is one of the most diverse countries of all, even though
It's just so
everyone
tiny.
comes to America, you're not allowed to keep your culture here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It has to
Yeah.
be
You
to
have
a
to
certain
assimilate,
extent. You know what I
right.
mean?
Or
We'll
get
still
out.
do like Chinese New Year, but don't pass out too many oranges. Like,
Yeah, don't
chill
talk
out.
about it too much.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can go to the mosque.
Don't
Don't be
disrespect
praying in
Jesus
public.
now.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
What
got
you do
layers.
in your home and school.
Right.
But in Canada is a lot more inclusive. And that,
Mm.
did you feel in turn like encouraged or better received?
You know what? I was embarrassed.
Really?
Embarrassed.
Once I realized the difference, and I'm up here, like and
Oh,
when he would come
it's
down,
American.
because granted I live in the South, right? I live, whatever. I really see it, right? I mean that's like I'm a black
Really?
woman. I'm gonna see it regardless, even if you're not a white man with me. I'm gonna see something, right?
Mhm.
He didn't really notice, and I had to point it out.
Mm.
But then when it's like we go up there, I realized that I don't see it, and that I was secretly like, And that point, I was embarrassed because I'm like,
it's not your fault.
it's not.
Of
It's
the
not
American conditioning, like that mind frame.
right. But it's like, damn, I'm actually carrying that around.
Yeah. You don't
And
realize
that-
how embedded in that hurt you are.
Yeah, and that makes me feel really ugly that I'm even thinking about that. Because it's like, I'm not even looking at it from that. Right? Like, your perspective is your reality, but it doesn't make it truth, right? And so it's now we're walking around here. This is my reality. That's his. And I'm like, damn, it's kind of scream from your point of view. Because, like, you're not sitting over here in all this anger and, like, pain. And
But that's
hurt,
a privilege,
right?
don't you think?
To not sit
Privilege is a great conversation.
to not
in our
sit
house.
in it. To not sit in it. Yeah, for sure. Just like being from America is privilege. Even when I go up there, I'm like, oh, I'm still an American. The fuck?
Let's go.
Check out my dollars. What y'all got? Please.
Who is the queen?
No,
They got that
please.
strong money. I like it.
But it's like, you know, everything is a certain type of privilege, but it's like, I really
You know what
wish-
privilege we talking about?
Oh, yeah.
But you know what?
I wasn't even saying white privilege per se,
I
but
thought
just,
you were.
I mean, yes, but that's not really what
Privilege
one
is
thing that came to
interesting,
mind.
though.
It's the
Yeah.
privilege of, I think about a sense
Carrying
of-
the burden.
Yeah, like, okay, so I have a best friend who grew up in like a rainbows and fairy tales kind of life. So we had a situation where it was a racism happening.
It's a racism
happening.
This is a racism, but she didn't see it,
Okay.
and I had to point it out to her. So I mean, it's just like a
I
privilege
see what you
of
mean.
like your upbringing, like him being Canadian versus you being American.
They are super nice out there.
That's
Yeah.
Out here.
Cause yeah,
I
she
said
did
it.
not see it, and I was like, girl,
sorry.
what?
I said
That was a
That's
racism.
hilarious.
They're not.
That was a
Huh?
racist.
They're not.
No, they're like passive.
They're
aggressive
people.
for one. But it's like they try to make it like they're friendly. Bitch, y'all ain't motherfucking friendly.
Passive aggressiveness. I hate it.
But that's like passive aggressiveness is embedded into
White
white
privilege.
culture.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Like
That's
I tell
true.
my clients that when they have to deal with white people in like an adverse situation, that
Expect
to
this.
avoid being the angry black woman, to be passive aggressive with them.
Yeah.
Like nice nasty is what us
And I
the older
I
black woman would
definitely
tell us. You be nice nasty, which is
That's
really
such an
passive
intentional
aggressive.
energy that I hate to step in.
I hate it. Me too. I was
It's
just
just
like,
like,
I
I'd rather
can't.
address
I
it.
definitely can be passive
I can
aggressive.
definitely
I don't
do it.
like to be.
I don't
It's
like
not a
it because I'm a direct person, so
'Cause
it
then I
takes
feel
too
bad.
much
Yeah.
out of me.
It's like an almost
art.
instantaneous feeling bad right after you say it. Like, damn, I hate
I
that I
could've
have
just
to
told
say
you I
that.
don't
Like,
like
it.
I hate you had to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even just like when, like, with the racist thing, when white people do a racism, like, my favorite thing is
Yeah,
just
we
ask a
racist.
question. Like, ask a question. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
What
You
do you mean by
pretend like you
Tip.
don't
It
know
didn't
what
land.
you're talking
Keys.
about.
What is happening?
Keys.
I don't know.
Make
what
them
you mean.
repeat it.
So when
That's
they
actually
repeat
good.
See if
it,
they gonna stand on it.
and I use that with everybody. Like, it depending on how people interact. Like, if you're being passive aggressive with me, what do you mean? I don't understand. So then when they repeat it, they feel like an asshole.
Yeah,
As you
like,
should.
as you should.
The
As you
fuck?
should.
Enjoy the view.
Yeah.
But I think that's also a privilege too. Like, Tony's always dated black women. Like, it's just how his life has been. It's not a thing. But you still get to go be a white man.
Be a white man at the end of the day.
You know what I mean? And in any situation, if we are approached or there is whatever, you still get to talk to the police as a white man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we haven't had a situation to get rowdy about or anything. We haven't been met with any kind of opposition, I guess. But I could foresee myself being like, what the fuck's the problem? And I would, in fact, need to default to him going 1st. And that's not really my nature.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where I get concerned. Am I conditioned to come under his authority? Is that a whiteness? Is that where I see
No,
it?
that's a
You know what I mean?
relationship
struggle.
thing. That's a relationship.
Am I,
thing.
you know what I mean? Am I not just being a good woman to let my husband lead or let my partner lead?
You are. You
Or
are.
am I been conditioned to this whiteness? Like, no, I'm gonna let my white man get your ass.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But
You see the duality?
Yeah.
That's the only question I have as far as like
Mm-hmm.
what is to come from this.
I mean, but also just maybe not looking at it from that point of view,
No,
right?
'cause that's
like
something I
look
have
at
like
it
you're
from
gonna see the
I'm
drama.
submitting
Mhm.
here,
Okay.
and I'm now allowing you to
Yeah.
take over on this situation. So
Right.
it ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you're a white man, and I know the situation is probably going to turn out a little bit better because you're white and I'm a black
That's
woman.
just a plus.
Right.
It's
That's
just
just a plus.
That's
Yeah.
the cherry on top.
It's just I'm submitting. Get him, boo.
because you
Okay, touche.
Please.
That's something
Go
that
do that
all
then.
women have to deal with in all
Right.
relationships. I feel
Okay.
like.
And what I was gonna say was you stressed in the beginning. You put a lot of emphasis on the fact this is the only man,
Yeah.
not white man, not black man, not Hispanic man, whatever. You said the
That's
only
changed
man.
things.
Yeah.
carry
And so
that.
you're just seeing him as a man.
True.
And you can submit to this man.
You can rest in that.
because he's showing you.
Come on, rest in that. See, that's
Mhm.
soft
Yeah,
life.
and you can
See
rest
that
in
soft
that,
life
right?
showing up.
Yes, you can rest in that.
It's a Kirith
I have-
river.
I have a
Lord.
question
Oh,
though
nipples.
for you, for Angie. Yeah.
Oh,
Because you were saying how in their culture, I think she mentioned this too, about how they're real serious, they're a little bit faster than us in certain ways. So I want to ask you, with your partner, was he like that? Was it scary to you? Because I have dated a white man in my past, and he was a little too, I want to say, controlling for me. And maybe it was just because it was too fast. Like, I feel like if it was slower and more general, no, we didn't. I didn't date the same person.
That's a joke because we dated.
We have dated the same person, but not this person.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, because sometimes it can kind of scare you off, and I was thinking, oh, he's a little controlling. My perspective was he's controlling.
I'm talking about the one with the ring. Is that what you asking me from that perspective?
No, I'm saying the difference between the dude with the ring and then your partner now. What was different about him? Because you said that that's their culture. Did you see aspects of that? With
Yeah.
him?
So.
And then did it scare you?
Not go ahead.
Or did it not scare you? Because I mean, y'all clearly together and look happy. So.
Well, speaking on that, before we continue,
He proposed to Lord.
hello, but no, we.
What?
No, we just broke up.
Not on the long.
Buckle up, grab your cup,
more-
whatever it
Grab
was.
some more wine. More wine.
More wine.
We gonna crack this.
Wait,
and,
what?
And interesting enough, part of it of
It's a
my
screw
decision.
top.
Hello.
Talk about convenience.
Did have a little bit to do with like race, but that wasn't the main reason we broke up. But we will double back.
Okay.
But to go to your question,
Ooh, okay.
I think, I want to make sure I take accountability for this.
Okay.
Part of it for me with the first person, I wasn't scared until I was told you went with my granny. First off, I was told you went with my granny to get this ring, and that you just kept, I don't want to use the word bragging, but you kept throwing in my face that, oh yeah, I want your granny got this ring.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Okay. I don't want to know. What you telling me? Okay. Got it. I think,
Reminds me of Beyonce. That
like,
song.
Oh.
You know how she was like, bugaboo? Like, just because my parents like you.
don't mean
No,
I
we couldn't.
Hello.
He all went to the granny. Everybody know they.
right.
Everybody love their granny.
Matriarch. Chill out.
Hello.
Right.
Yeah,
Chill out.
relax.
Like, back up.
Pipe
Like,
down.
but like, I think who I was at that time
Mm-hmm.
had a lot to do with the fact that I was okay with somebody applying as much pressure as he did.
Okay.
Like, as soon as we started, actually, I didn't even want to date. Like, I mean, I don't even really got into this, but came out of this not so fun relationship. I was in a crazy relationship for 2.5 years. I had just got out of that. So it's 2020, right? Like, I went through that, this unfortunate baby situation, this friend situation, that breakup, and all this, and then it's 2020. We all know what we was fucking feeling in 2020.
Right.
So it's like all of this, and then at the end, someone is like, hey, you are so worthy. Let me show you. You know what I mean? It's like, I needed that. So at that time, I was okay with somebody applying so much pressure until I started to be like, wait.
He's
Actually-
love bombing me.
I could have did that for myself.
He's love bombing me.
And it's like, well, I told you I
Dang,
actually
we all
don't
been
care
there.
about this.
Look.
Right,
We
hello?
all been there.
It's like, I told you I don't really
Been
care
there.
about this, but you're
God
doing
damn
it. Maybe you know something about me that I don't know. No, actually, I don't like that. And now I gotta stand 10 toes because I don't like it. So then it's like, no, this isn't what I want, because what I feel like is you're pushing your own narrative versus what I need and what I actually want. And it's kind of making me feel like it's okay for you to be dim again. Nah, bitch, I just came out of that. You got me fucked up.
I know,
Okay?
that's right.
So it's like now
Suffocating.
we fast forward, right? And then it's like I meet this person in the most, to me, it was very TV, right? Like,
Okay. Girl.
hello, like on vacation, and there you are. I was trying to be a hoe, and you kept coming to my door. You know what I mean? Like, and it just naturally progressed. But the difference is, it was very intentional. You let me know up front where we were, what you wanted, who you were, what you were trying to get to, and what you wanted out of a partner. And I was able to say, okay, well, I got that. I'm doing this. This is where I am. What you
I don't fuck with that.
you trying to, okay, exactly.
Cool.
So it was easy to move at the pace we were moving. So when he met like my family and my grandparents and all of them. Like when he came to be a part of my family, it was like it felt okay.
It felt on time.
It felt on time, and it was like okay, great. I don't mind you pushing until I did, which is like
that's your prerogative though. You can change your mind. That's okay.
Facts.
or you can change your man.
Yeah.
Or you change your man. Change your mind.
Same
on your
thing.
man.
Change your man. Change your drawers. Change your man. Change your mind.
Change your
You
man.
get one life. One life.
One life.
That merch is coming soon.
I like
I'm
that.
putting
Change
it
your
on the
drawers
shirt.
and change your man. Change your
Yeah.
man, change your mind, change your drawers.
Hello.
Alright, I'm gonna come meet this twisted sister.
Yeah,
Okay,
pass it
let us-
around,
let us
sister.
Oh, pass it that way because I ain't ready yet. Oh, it's nice and deep.
It is a deep
But
read.
this was the same.
It's giving communion.
Have you ever dated outside of your race?
Hallelujah.
Like, okay, but when you say that,
Intentionally?
right, do you just mean Black
She
American
said nope.
or...
And I only said that quickly because I
You
don't
did kind of say quick.
because I don't have much
Damn,
dating
y'all gotta
experience in general.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I was like a chug try to meet you out there when it came around. It didn't happen.
No, you had a little bit too much
yeah,
sense.
yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
Left.
We a little bent.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of dating experience in general, so.
But would you be open to dating outside your race?
Outside my race, probably yes. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier, and I said another person of color. I don't know about a white man. I feel like I don't know.
What about Asian?
Probably not Asian.
Really?
They don't have a lot of body hair. It's like dating a dolphin.
They're like
a
they're like the least
That's how I feel like
desirable.
after the shower after that
I don't know
shower.
why that is. Why is
And they
Asian
said
man
that
the
black
least
women are the
desirable?
least desirable, so they said they should get together.
Yeah.
more.
Okay, well,
Issa
that
Rae.
I
gotta
know
be a lie.
several Asian
No,
men.
Issa Rae.
that
I mean,
play
there's some
black
high
women.
Asian men
That
though.
got to be a
Google
lie.
it. I don't know.
You
That
know, we
gotta
went
be
to
a
Tokyo
lie.
a few years back,
Mhm.
and my best friend's aunt,
Why you
she's
think
married
that?
to an Asian, a Tokyo guy,
Mhm.
a Japanese.
A
There it is. I was like,
Tokyo guy.
drugs. That made fine as hell.
That's what I'm saying. It's some
Uncle
of
Jim
them
fine
are
as hell.
fine.
Like,
And
okay.
Asian kids are really cute.
Konnichiwa.
But
So,
why you say that? You don't think it's true? It is true. I
What's
think.
true?
Black women being the least desirable. That don't sound right to me.
It
Oh,
don't.
because
that-
statistically,
that-
yes.
statistically-
It's true.
As a black
I'm
woman,
gonna
I
tell
feel
you
like
on
that.
it.
It feels like as a
And
black
Asian
woman is
men.
bogus.
But here's
Yeah.
my thing.
But
like,
Because black men do
Yes.
not want me.
are
No.
they asking
They just
not
as
even worth
far
they
as like
salt.
your fetishes as well? Because you know black women are fetishized a lot.
I'm about to say
So it's like,
fetishized,
are
but not
you
wives and
including that?
partners. No.
And are you saying okay? So that's what I'm.
No, they're-
We're talking about wives
I
and
asking
said
partners.
people-
fetishized, but I'm never like wanted.
Who do you want to marry or spend your life
They're
with?
asking people that.
That it's a life partner question.
See, I
It's
think
not
all about the
who
way
you
they
want to
ask
fuck
that
on.
question.
Everybody want to experience black women. We have the
Hello.
most desirable bodies and
Right.
attitudes, the temper, and everything else. But like,
Hello,
for
hot
some
beans.
reason, we've all been brainwashed to think that this is not wife,
Yeah.
and that's just not true.
Yeah, we are pack mules,
Come
but
on,
we ain't wives.
like that's crazy.
They want black men
want to dump
essentially
it
want
all
us
off.
to mule for them, and then call us masculine
That
or
sounds
hyper
crazy.
independent. But we're typically forced into that hyper independence.
That's it.
So as a black woman, I don't feel desired. Not by black men. I feel fetishized. I feel like you want to fuck me. I don't feel like you see me as a wife, even though I'm what a lot of people would call traditional. But people wouldn't think that about me because I get labeled a boss. I own a business, but that doesn't mean I'm bossy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's just automatically put on us as black women. And then when we go and date white men or anybody outside of our race, then we're ridiculed for it. But you didn't want us.
But you didn't want me.
Like Serena.
That's it. But you didn't want me.
Y'all did not want her.
And
Y'all
the
was
few
saying
people that
she
have
was
bit the
masculine.
block
Yeah.
on the like, damn, it's like that. Yes, the
Yes,
fuck
the
it
fuck
is.
it is.
They always have
Because you
something
thought
to
you
say.
could play with
They
me.
always have
Because what
something
you
to
said
say.
And
in
that's
the
just
beginning is
crazy.
like you had the opportunity, black man king,
I gave y'all hoes
to
33 years.
meet me, and experience.
And you
Yeah.
still passed.
And
Don't
you
bend back. Don't bend the block.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yes.
I'm so
Yeah.
cool.
And when black women date their out of race men, they usually just be quiet about it. They don't really have much to say. But it seems
We
like
just happy to
when
be
white
loved.
men,
And it was this
Oh, so we
Instagram.
love what a
Say.
wonderful
It was this
feeling.
Instagram audio that was like, "You're hiding your white partner and your true joy, and you should be ashamed." And I was like, "Why the fuck is this an Instagram audio? Why is this even a thing?" I was like,
I feel that now.
"Shush."
I will say, I mean, I get that because I
You
know
know
when
what I
I.
mean? But the
because
stigma
people
is
always
there.
have
Yeah.
something to say.
They
People
always have something
let
to
me
say
say
to
that.
black women, and that's
Men
exhausting.
always have something to say. It's
Mhm.
usually the men.
It's usually
And that's when
You
you,
never
double
really
down
got
on the
anything from
offense,
women.
though, because
Yeah.
I was good to a lot of these men, right?
okay.
I gave you space and opportunity. I was my best self. I'm the same person I am here. in a lot of regards, and it's like that wasn't enough for you. You thought you could shit on me. You thought you could have some moholes,
And they
with
know
you,
that.
right?
used me.
And you know
Because they
that.
be coming back. I'm so sorry for what.
Man, I can't believe
Okay.
it. And I mean, really,
Can't
like
do that.
you don't
I
even
don't
have
care.
any remorse about it. You're just mad that I left this, and the fact that you see it that way is crazy because you know you ain't shit.
Yeah.
But you don't care whether or not Tony is a decent person or
No.
any accolades or accomplishments. You're just mad because he's white.
Yeah.
That man so Creole seasoned salt. Get the fuck.
They take it personally.
You know what? Like you take it so, and I'm like, it ain't even about
Like
you.
it's
bro.
like you coming at all black men when you date one.
But-
And
white
it's like
man.
I don't get to be happy. I don't get to
Yeah.
experience somebody.
How you
being
gonna do
great to
us
me
like that? Like now all y'all in my
But it's
relationship.
because
like
I feel
what?
like we should feel sorry for them or we should
There it is.
somehow give them like a handicap, like in
The
golf.
next level
like
of
you get
grace.
a few extra. Yes, the
You
next
get
level
all
of
And they
grace.
do get that. They get
You
that.
get it from your
Already get
mama. You get it from your
The
mama.
ultimate grace.
Girl.
Yes.
It's black mamas. I got beef with black mamas.
Mamas.
Hello. That's a
You
whole
know what I
different
mean?
I got to
Girl,
my black
that's-
mama for that reason. Because I have
You
brothers and I'm
raised
the
that.
eldest.
You
Like,
raised
raised
that. So I don't want to hear it. Like,
What do y'all think it is about the men who date white women exclusively?
I just think that's so disrespectful.
Because I have family members like that.
I
And I'm
do
like,
too.
when did this happen? Like all these beautiful black women in your life.
And it's just
That I've
it's
seen you
offensive
date
because
in
you don't
and
have
out.
a
Okay.
reason.
Yeah.
You don't have an actual reason. Like, oh, she's just this is my type, this is my thing. Like, you don't have a reason. And if you
No.
have a reason, it's to negate black women.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's just disrespectful as fuck to me.
And it's usually the people that we don't even want anyway.
Right.
Let's
Don't
be
get me
honest.
started on you. Black girls didn't like me because I loved anime, guys. Like,
No.
fucking
Yeah,
over
it's
y'all,
like, come
okay?
on now.
Because anime is fucking cool. Some of them
Yeah,
got
we
some
do.
good cool.
We like
they got
anime
some good
over here.
storylines.
Let's
It's
be real.
fucking cool. But
One Punch
also,
Man, Dragon Ball Z.
okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know any
Natura.
anime except for Todoroki
I
and
can't
Tino
hold you.
because Megan Thee Stallion like
That's okay. Teach me.
Oh.
Teach me.
I like sports.
She's like,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Teach me about sports. I'm interested in that. But like, you know, I mean,
We can
Yeah,
talk
that's
about
my
this
jam.
all day, guys, but we
Okay.
do have to wrap it up and get to our final segment.
So at the end of the day, interracial dating should be about, are you happy?
right?
Right? And is your partner good to you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think
Dating.
it's unfair that this stigma that black guys, in fact, get the privilege to date outside of their race without the drama, and it comes with such accolades or such support. Like,
Yeah.
oh, bro, you bagged so and so. That's what's up. Like, but y'all gonna look at me sideways at homecoming, and it's
Hello.
like, the fuck? He got on Air Maxes. What do you mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
Hey, don't
cool.
do that.
It's
Don't do that.
It's cool.
Like, he's a homie. He goes to the barbershop,
Did you got white friends?
and I didn't take his ass. He been at the barbershop,
Right.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
But I just think it's unfair because I've never been this happy. I've never been this type of loved, right? Like a lot of what I was asking for, a family, a partner, all the things, I got it all. And the response I got was, but he's a white guy. And I was like, and you's a hater. So here we are.
Period.
Like, and here we are.
Period.
So it's interesting. I think it's not just about black and white or black and
Yeah.
Asian or whatever. It is just as much about nationality.
Mm-hmm.
You can be Canadian, you can be Japanese, you can be whatever. That comes with a whole nother layer of cultural, bias or cultural
Yeah.
understanding. And it's like,
That's true.
are you good for one another? Like I did my Valentine's post and I must have did 40 million audios. Like, what do I say? What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
But that Beyonce that was like, are you a better woman because of him?
Yeah.
Is he a better man because of you? That works for me. Like, I won't apologize for the fact that he happens to be pale.
You can't even apologize for that.
Little
It's
You know
not
what I
even
mean?
official.
But like his ancestry say he like 2% South African.
Girl.
So
Well, we're glad that you're happy.
Right, that's really all that
It's the
matters.
2% for
And
me.
you
Go
still-
for
and you-
it.
And you still love black men.
And I
love
do.
that about
Yeah.
you.
And would still advocate for
Loving a
black
white man
issues.
doesn't take away from
That
black
doesn't
men.
take away
Right.
any of that. And it's like I ain't leave y'all. If anything, y'all left me first. So
Period.
So we're gonna end each episode with some advice.
mm.
We would like for you all to write into us. We don't have anything right now. Obviously, it's our first episode, so please follow us on Instagram at @AndWine, ANDWINE. And if you have any
Spelling.
advice, if you need any advice or anything, let us know. But for this first episode, I guess we can just go around and
Give a little bit of advice.
should we give advice to people who are in interracial relationships?
I think so.
Let's stay on topic.
I
Okay.
think so.
Sure.
If y'all don't mind, I'm just go first.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
I will say, even though I'm out of that one, which happened to be one of the best relationships, right? I will say, if you are in an interracial relationship and you're American, I'm not going to speak for other cultures, you're American, I will say, try not to push like your pain and anger of being Black and that person being white so much on the relationship.
My advice for people in interracial relationships would to be just be open and aware. You know, give Brad a chance. Maybe he is the one for you. Don't just, you know, close him out because of a race. Don't let that be it. If you feel a spark, like, go for it. And then for the people who are interested in being in interracial relationships, evaluate why. Make sure that it's not a fetish. Make sure that it's not because you want to be like, forget all these N-words and I'm going to try something different. Like, stay true to who you are and just be open and aware. That's my advice.
Love it. Single woman John.
Single woman John.
So because I don't have any experience dating interracially and very little experience dating. I would say just keep an open mind, assume positive intent, because you will have, like the ladies mentioned earlier, some disagreements that may be based in race or culture, and having to understand or provide understanding. So I would say assume positive intent and lead with kindness. Just always be kind to your partner.
Love that.
Always with kindness. My advice would definitely be for Black women in particular. You can have a fairy tale.
Yes.
Right? You deserve soft love, sincere love. You deserve whole intentions, whether that may look fast or look whatever to someone else. And understand that culturally, and this is not a diss or not a knock to Black men, they have not had the advantage or the infrastructure set up for them to pursue wives the way other cultures have. And if you, as a queen, as a knowing woman, a person with all awareness that, like, this is my level of worth, this is where I'm dating, this is where I'm at, do not negate off of race why that man is not good enough for you. There is a lot of people in this world, right? And it can't just be color. Yeah. It can't just be color. There's things you want. There's things you've whispered in the night to God. There's things that you've, been envious of your friends' relationships for. All of those small things, write them down. Yes. And realize it may not be what your mama wanted for you or what, but that's just what we know. And we're already on this land 200 years behind everything else. Yeah. So it's like, it's out there. The love story, like the romance. I mean, because I'm literally, this has to be a Hallmark movie. Like, I'm going to have somebody write it and, like, draft this up. It's too good. It's too fucking good. Right? But it's like, I couldn't see, and that's not a knock to Black men, I cannot see a Black dude that I've dated or a man at my level, my age, whatever, being able to do what this man has done. And that's not just because he's white, right? But that's also about me being open to anything that was going to love me correctly. So that would be that. Say that. Feel that. That one in the bugs. Okay, and why?
That's a good way to end it, guys.
Can we just weigh in on this? Because giving dry, giving very fruit forward. I'm seeing a steak, some kind of like.
I'm a dry wine girl, so this is up my alley.
And it's like, it's aged in a whiskey barrel or a bourbon barrel or something. It's got some texture to it. Very much, obviously, a dark wine. But like, Mary didn't love it off first sip, but we see it's gone. So we were going to say maybe drink it cold.
2019 California Red.
Yeah.
We're not mad at it, so drink more wine.
Yeah.
And,
I would totally buy it again because it didn't give me a headache too. So that's kind of how I gauge things.
Let's cheers to the first episode.
We need one more glass. No,
all right.
Somebody empty. Bad luck.
Oh, it's definitely.
To the ladies.